What could be better? The glorious south of France on a beautiful spring day. The sun is shining, the sky is blue, and we're here in search of Nicole and Papa. Well, particularly Nicole, from those dreadfully contrived TV commercials that are filmed around this area that have helped make the Renault Clio one of Europe's best sellers since its launch in 1981. Over 4 million Clios have been sold across Europe, and now it's time for an all-new Clio. The Clio 2 from Renault. Now, when manufacturers decide that they want to change a car, they have a couple of options. Firstly, they go for a radical, completely different look, as Ford have done with the Escort's replacement, the Focus. Or they keep the name, they restyle, they improve features, as say Mazda have done with their new MX-5. Now, however, perhaps the designers at Renault have hit the middle ground with the new Clio. The name stays, obviously. It has a familiar look, yet it is all new. Now, if you've ever driven a Clio before, you'll already know how good it is. So the designers and engineers at Renault have had to work very hard to make the new Clio even better, and they succeeded with a whole new platform, a new body and a new suspension. I really do like the shape of the new Clio. It's very chic, it's very French, it's very Renault, and I love the new rear. It has a huge rakish window, gorgeous styling, and big rear lights for increased safety. And the boot's not bad either for a car of this size. On three-door models, the front doors are big, which makes getting in and out of the back, even for a six-footer like me, reasonably comfortable, and quite roomy back there as well. Up front, it's an all-new fascia. Everything is easy and to hand, and a useful display in the centre here on some models. So most importantly, what's the Clio actually like to drive on the open road? Well, not too bad. This is the 1.6 RXE I'm driving at the moment, 90 brake horsepower from that engine. Quite nippy, quite sprightly, although it does sound a bit harsh when you rev it hard. Handling is okay. There's a bit too much body roll though for my liking. Doesn't match up with the new Astra and the way that that handles, and the steering could do with being a little lighter, particularly at low speeds.
Since in other respects the first-generation Clio was already positioned high in its segment, we created 3 essential positioning factors for the new Clio. We decided it must be better in terms of safety and reliability, better in terms of comfort and handling, and better in terms of actual specification, especially when it came to active and passive safety.
Safety, as it should be, is high on the Clio's agenda. It's got twin airbags, certainly on some models. There are new pyrotechnic seatbelt pre-tensioners and new safety-type head restraints. The body is stiffer, and Renault say they've raised the stakes for small car safety by matching it to their largest vehicles. Now, with any car, there are usually always some dislikes and niggles that you come across, and rather worryingly, I've come across quite a lot in the short space of time that I've had this Clio. The accelerator pedal is a bit sticky. The clutch has a very short travel, and you can even get your foot stuck down there. I haven't got big feet at all. Also, it's got air conditioning in this RXE, and to be honest, it's nothing short of useless. On a fairly warm day like today, 60-odd degrees, it just isn't blowing enough cool air into the cabin. And finally, the hazard warning button, hidden down here almost underneath the handbrake, as if it had been forgotten and somebody said, my goodness, we forgot to put that button on, let's put it down there out of the way. You'll find a Clio to suit your taste with 3 engines available: a 1.2 litre 60 brake horsepower, a 75 brake horsepower 1.4 litre, and the 1.6 litre which kicks out 90 brake horsepower. There'll be a diesel later this year and a 1.6 16 valve if you like your Renault spicy. The Clio is available in 4 trim levels, from entry through RN, RT and luxury RXE, with a price range of £8,370 to £11,700 on the road, and ABS is now standard on 50% of the range. Now, there's no doubt that the Clio is in a very competitive market sector, and the competition doesn't come much tougher than the Polo, the Fiesta, the Corsa and the Micra, to name just a few. Renault predicts sales in 1999 of 60,000 for the Clio. Whether the UK will take it to heart quite as much as the outgoing model, though, remains to be seen. The 1.2 will certainly be the most popular version. And the Clio does have some niggly little items, but it should continue to be what Renault claim it is: a small car with big car refinement.